Hey everybody, Bourbon Fridays, your daily pour. Patrick Daly here. Hey, please stick around. I got a really cool story to tell. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this. We got a great bourbon today, but the story behind it is pretty awesome. So please stick around and hear that. But anyway, Bulleit Bourbon, and it's a very popular bourbon. Just another really quick story is I started my bourbon journey with Bulleit, and I started out with old fashions, and Bulleit Bourbon and Bulleit Rye are basically the staples in a lot of bars for making a great old fashioned. And by the way, I make a wonderful old fashioned to this day, but I've more evolved to where I like to go maybe on the rocks, maybe neat with my bourbons and experience, because I'm really enjoying learning about a lot of bourbons. But this is absolutely one of my favorites. Interesting, I'm gonna go ahead. I got a couple of stories on this one. Bulleit Bourbon, you might notice the apothecary style bottle. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm assuming that this originally was done in 1830. And Prohibition hit, as a lot of you know, and there were literally 4 people in Prohibition that could actually bourbon and distill bourbon, not bourbon, it was actually whiskey then, and it was all rye whiskey. But when they went into Prohibition, only whiskey you could get was used for medicinal purposes. If you got whiskey, it would come, a doctor would prescribe it, you'd get it in a cardboard box, you'd open it up, and then there'd be an apothecary style bottle and something like this with all the mottos. It's kind of funny, aged 6 to 8 years. You know, as if your cough syrup or your sore throat, it really mattered. But kind of an interesting history piece there. But if you look at this bottle really closely, you'll see the raised things that makes it look kind of medicinal. The grandson, the great-great-great-grandson revived this label back in 1987, I believe. And it's been a staple on most people's bourbon shelves all along. And again, one of my favorites, 6 to 8 year age. I didn't even look at the proof on this. I like it so much. 45, so it's a 90 proof, which means it's most likely going to be, I will tell you, when you taste it, starts off strong and ends smooth, which is opposite of a lot of bourbons. You'll get a little bite when you get it, but when it goes down, it's going to have a little more smoother, caramely oak taste, which I absolutely love. Anyway, the story behind this one is there's a cruise line out that is very nice, and I would recommend them if you ever do one, called Seabourn Cruise Lines. And they literally, when you check in your room on this cruise, you can pick a couple of different wines. They give you a full-page wine list, and then they give you a full-page liquor list for your cruise. We did I think a 14-day one, and when I saw that Bulleit Bourbon was on the list, so if I would have gone through one bottle, they would have replenished it with another one. But think about going on a cruise, and if you're a bourbon lover, and being able to have one of your favorite bourbons in your room when you needed it, with a bucket of ice if you like ice. And it showed me how nice this cruise line did. And by the way, it was a wonderful cruise. But again, you know, this was on a lot of the John Wick series. Yellowstone, they've gone out and they've done a really good job of advertising, and there's a lot of marketing behind bourbons today, but this is one that actually follows and has great taste and a huge following that absolutely love it. So again, give it a try. I just thought we'd have a lot of fun with this one, so enjoy your Bulleit Bourbon. Again, the rye is actually, both of them are wonderful. It's a high-rye bourbon either way. But both are wonderful for old fashions, which is what I typically make them with at my house. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. Thanks. Way too